This question from Alexandra. How much of your riding is outside in nice weather relative to indoors on Zwift? Is this a question directly to you or in general?
I think in general, but it's a good question because I was actually thinking about that the other day. So from my own personal experience, I don't mind riding indoors, and I actually was riding Zwift for a while, and now I was switched to Ruby, and now I'm on full gas, which is the same program as Ruby. I do that a lot in the wintertime, and then usually in May, definitely by June, I'm more outside on my bike. So what I'm personally doing now is I took the tri bike out maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's been hung up since November. Since I was done with Ironman Arizona, I hung my tri bike up, took it outside, and I'm just riding to ride. I'm riding more for endurance. I'm riding more just to get comfortable back in that tri position. And the roads from my house aren't necessarily conducive to doing much structure because of the traffic and the hills and all that.
Yeah.
When I'm ready to do structure, when I'm getting more race specific, I will take my bike to different locations where I don't have the interference of cars. And so I can do a little bit more structure, like we were just talking about 3 by 20-minute efforts at zone 4, or 3 by 30 minutes at zone 3. Right now, I'm not doing that. And then indoors, what I'm doing is more power focused training where I'm getting in specific, again, just like I talked about, specific intervals, with high cadence drills, low cadence drills, more strength with a little bit of shorter intensity like VO2 max zone 5, as well as some threshold. So I'm still getting in that intensity indoors. And right now my comfort level, I'm just getting comfortable being outside again. And that'll switch to mostly, I'm getting ready for Kona in October. So probably by July, if not all my riding will be outdoors, and it'll be a little bit more structured. So it just depends on where you live and what the conditions are like. I think safety, number one. Like sometimes I intend to go outside and then I'm like, the time of day, the traffic, nah, I'm just going to stay inside because I think safety for me is number one. If I'm feeling like something's going to happen to me outside, it's a mental thing, then I will stick to indoors.
Yeah, I made that decision recently too of doing it indoors. So many different convenience factors with the hydration, with the food, with entertainment. If you're watching something on TV or an iPad, and also like you're talking about precision, working on staying focused in the right zone versus I think it's about the same thing. There's plenty of hills wherever I live, and it's hard to think and plan the route that is the flattest with the least amount of intersections or cars, or the shoulder needs to be wide enough. And there's only a couple that I feel comfortable, but it takes a while to get to those points. And I never want to drive and then ride.
Right.
I want to ride from my house and go.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm now comfortable. I lived in Georgia long enough. I'm comfortable now riding from my house, either on the road bike or the tri bike. But to get a little bit more race specific, I know I have to drive to safe locations. And I just don't want to do that right now, but I will. And I know my indoor riding is going to translate to outdoor strength and power. So I'm not really worried about that. One of my limiters is riding downhill. And so I'm glad I'm getting outside on my bike now. It's only May. That's just early for me to be outside on my bike. But I'm glad I'm getting comfortable on my bike now because I need to manage my downhills, and even the gentle downhills. I need to manage them better on my tri bike, and then I'll end up going to the north. Probably July. I'll be spending more time in the northern Georgia mountains, getting some big long climbs in, as well as, more important for me, long descents.